Ariel Helwani in Toronto for UFC 140 alongside ma4ida, who meets Jon Jones this Saturday night for the UFC light heavyweight title. And Lyoto, thank you for the time. This is a very interesting fight because we've never seen you come into a fight as such a huge underdog. How does it feel to have everyone counting you out before the fight?
Olha, assim, eu procuro tirar meu pensamento disso, né? Assim, eu procuro focar realmente no que eu vim treinando, no que eu vim fazendo. E eu acho que eu tenho que acreditar. Eu tenho que acreditar. Uma vez perguntaram para o Frank Sinatra, né, a mãe dele falou assim: poxa, Frank Sinatra, só você acredita que você vai ser cantor? Pô, esse negócio não dá dinheiro, ainda era garoto. E ele pegou e disse: mas é isso que eu preciso, eu acreditar. Então eu penso da mesma forma.
He says he doesn't really pay too much attention to what people are thinking. You know, the most important thing is he believes in himself, and he believes that he'll be out there and become victorious. You know, he remembers hearing something about Frank Sinatra when he was a kid, and Frank Sinatra's mom would always say to him, "Why are you thinking you're going to be a singer? That doesn't do anything in your life. What are you thinking?" And Frank Sinatra says, "That's all I really need to believe. Is as long as I can believe, then anything can come true." And he says that's what the philosophy he takes. He believes he can do it, and that's all that matters.
You are 1-2 in your last 3 fights. What do you say to the people who say that you don't deserve this title shot?
Olha, assim, eu acho que assim, esse foi o caminho que aconteceu, né? Não fui eu que coloquei, não fui eu que falei nada. Eu acho que o UFC me chamou, me convocou. E se um convite desse, eu só posso ficar feliz em aceitar. Então, assim, se as pessoas não gostaram, eu não posso fazer nada.
He says that, you know, those decisions aren't really up to me. He says, you know, at the end of the day, the UFC is the one who asked me to fight for the title. You know, and of course, if you're a fighter and you're getting an opportunity to fight for the title, I was very happy and I jumped at the opportunity. But it wasn't me that made that choice. And if the people are upset about it, just to let you know, I wasn't the one that made the choice.
In your opinion, what is the biggest hole in Jon Jones's game?
É difícil falar, né? É um lutador completo, assim, mas eu não sei olhar desse jeito, assim. Eu acho que ele é um lutador bom em pé, bom de queda, bom no chão, e comete alguns erros, né? Em pé, no chão, então é difícil falar assim onde é o buraco maior dele.
He says he feels Jon Jones a very complete fighter. You know, just like everybody else, you know, everyone commits, you know, mistakes and commits errors when they're fighting. But he feels Jon Jones is a very complete fighter. He's good standing up. He's good taking people down. He's good on the ground. So, you know, he's a very complete fighter. There's not too many holes in his game. He just has to try to find, capitalize on Jon Jones's mistakes.
In the summertime, you were offered a fight against Rashad Evans, and it didn't work out, and Dana White was a little upset. He said that you asked for Anderson Silva-type money. What's your relationship like with Dana now? Obviously, you got the title shot, but I'm wondering just, you know, sort of man-to-man, how are things between you and Dana now?
Tá tudo bem. Tá tudo bem. Isso aí mostra que o Ultimate é muito profissional, né? Que eles enxergaram da maneira profissional. E que não tem nada de ver, já encontrei com o Dana White, já encontrei com o Fertitta no Rio de Janeiro, a gente se comunicou bem, a gente saiu junto, conversou e não teve nada demais, assim. Eu acho que foi apenas um lado profissional que a gente tratou.
Yeah, like what he said is this goes to show you one more time how professional the UFC is, because regardless of how he may have felt at the time, he understood my professional opinion on it and the reason why we did what we did. I've had meetings with Dana. I had a meeting with him shortly after that whole incident happened. I had you know, I met up with Lorenzo when we were out in Rio and we talked, and everything's fine. But I think the biggest thing that is showing is how professional the UFC is, that they don't let something like that affect their decisions.
What did you learn from training with King Mohammed Lawal? You brought him to Brazil to train with you. What did you learn from him?
O que você aprendeu do King Mo?
Muita técnica, assim. Ele é um cara, uma boa pessoa, né? Um cara que me ajudou bastante, mostrou muita defesa de queda, muito ataque de queda também. Como é que eu posso atacar também durante a luta. Isso me ajudou bastante.
Yeah, he said he learned a lot from King Mo. He learned a lot of takedown defense, as much as he learned a lot of takedowns too, and how he could utilize some of the wrestling game and utilize it into his game.
Will Sensei Seagal be in your corner on Saturday night?
O Steven Seagal vai estar,
não? Não. O Steven Seagal a gente nem se falou direito ainda. Talvez ele venha aí, mas a gente não falei com ele não.
Not as of right now. I haven't really spoken too much to Steven Seagal. I heard that he might be coming in for the fight, but I haven't really had too much communication during this training camp with him.
He hasn't offered up any sort of advice as to how to beat Jon Jones for this fight.
Como ganhar do Jon Jones.
Não falou nada ainda.
He hasn't said anything yet.
And final question, you along with Juan Manuel Marquez, probably the two most famous urine drinkers in combat sports, but Juan Manuel said that he doesn't do it anymore because his doctor said it's not healthy. I'm wondering if you still do it, and why are you such an advocate for doing that in the morning?
Não, eu tô me sentindo bem ainda, então eu continuo.
He says, yeah, I still feel good. I'm still drinking.
All right. Good luck on Saturday night. We look forward to the fight. Obrigado.
Obrigado.